The Terminator is a perfect weapon, a machine that looks human but has cybernetic enhancements, super strength, targeting systems, and a metal endoskeleton. It does not feel pity or remorse or fear, and yet this advanced robot still has to use the phone book. Classics are both timeless and dated. The stunts, timeless. The hair, dated. In 1984, Sarah Connor is a typical waitress, but in the future, her son John Connor leads a human resistance army against oppressive machines. So the Terminator travels back in time and kills every Sarah Connor in Los Angeles based on their order in the phone book.
Once again, Sarah Connor, 35, mother of 2, brutally shot to death in her home this afternoon.
You're dead, honey.
Another late-breaking news.
For anyone born after the apocalypse, a phone book was a public index that listed someone's name, their phone number, and their address. So it's kind of funny that a sophisticated machine has to use an analog format.
What the? Most of the records were lost in the war. Skynet knew almost nothing about Connor's mother. Her full name, where she lived, they just knew the city. The Terminator was just being systematic.
There's a literal explanation, but I think it's a deliberate thematic choice. While the Terminator franchise has focused on action, it's important to remember that the first film is a science fiction slasher, and the Terminator is a movie monster. So the first act uses iconic horror tropes. Fake jump scares, and a creepy phone call.
Hello?
First, I'm gonna rip the buttons off your blouse one by one, and then run my tongue down your neck to your bare, gleaming breasts.
Before the 1970s, operators had to connect phone calls on switchboards, which wasn't ideal because operators, and occasionally neighbors, could hear private conversations. So operators were phased out and replaced with direct dialing. But social freedom brings social vulnerability. Yes, your best friend can call you directly, but so can a stranger. There's no one to filter out anonymous perverts and heavy breathers.
Kelly, it's been a long time.
Who is this?
You in a nutcase, making harassing phone calls. I know how scary that's been.
No, you don't.
Men can also get creepy phone calls, but they usually don't have the same sexual overtones.
And then slowly pull your jeans off, inch by inch.
Ginger, it's Matt.
Slashers are exaggerated metaphors for what most women experience: stalking, harassment, and violence. Phallic symbols galore.
I can hear it now. He's gonna be called a goddamn phone book killer.
And the ultimate real-life predator is a serial killer, someone who kills strangers for their own compulsion, whether it's a random impulse or a methodical attack. And the Terminator uses both, really. When a movie monster looks human, the metaphor is not about the monster, but about society. Women aren't chased by robot skeletons, they're chased by real people. So John Connor may be the target, but Sarah Connor is the victim, because she's an ordinary woman. She's not weak, but she is vulnerable to this kind of assault. Sarah Connor is the final girl.
You're a terminated fucker.
And I don't know if that context translates today, but there will always be new and improved ways to violate someone's privacy and safety. The future is now. So yeah, phone books are dated, but fear is timeless.